Hey, what's up, fam? One of my theories it looks to be for what I saw in kind of the spoilers for Chapter 4 and now being translated online, that it looks closer to, at least I got one theory that's doing well, from this chapter at least. But anyway, so it kind of starts out, you got Shiki being shown around the ship by Rebecca, and when they get kind of close enough to planet Nauma, he asks if he could land the ship, try and pilot it, and Rebecca and Happy Bot think it'd be a good idea for a video. Obviously, look at this total amateur try and pilot and land a ship. He ends up crashing, but she seems okay with it in a larger aspect of it because they got good footage to use for a video, which leads to Shiki, doing his manipulation of gravity, making it so the ship is way lighter, picking it up, and further leading down the part about ether itself and the ether gear. I thought so one thing I'll say is I thought the big crystal rods falling out of the sky were just kind of a crystallized ether. It looks like they're specifically Earth ether. So maybe you're gonna get to fight like a cool rock guy on this planet. I think that'd be really cool. I think that'd be a fitting enemy. Maybe there's some guy there running into, maybe a leader of some gang that works within this underground city. You know what I mean? But yeah, like I said, they get to more about ether, and so there was something that I thought was really interesting. This is HappyBot says it's the source of all the power, so it's an energy source, and it goes through humans, animals, in the atmosphere, and machines, same way it was in Fairy Tale. So that could mean, again, doesn't mean that it is, that they could be connected, because that's the way that it worked in their verse. And one thing that I believe, I'm pretty sure I talked about already, is the difference between the Fairy Tale world and the Edalus, or the Earthland Fairy Tale world and the Edalus world. One obvious big thing are the Exceed. And within Eden Zero, we have that there's a planet of these creatures called Planet Exceed. So I have a whole theory about maybe the fact that in the Edalus world, nobody in their world naturally has magic except the Exceed. So maybe they are maybe because in that world the planet's different, but maybe in that universe the Exceed planet is the same. The only difference is within the Earthland universe, the Exceed never came to Earth, or like whatever their planet, Earthland, to Edalus. And within the Edalus world, the Exceed did come to their planet, and then obviously brought the fact that they can use magic to them. It's just a theory, and that maybe this does take place in the same universe, just in a different time or somewhere else, far off in space. But I think it's cool. I like that it's there is a possibility of a connection, because it looks like they're a description of a way that their powers work in a different yet similar manner. And I like how when Shiki's being explained about how ether gear works and how it's kind of like magic, he's like I was a robot magician the whole time. It just made me think of Wall. Coolest looking of this Brigand 12. But we get further into Wise Steiner's lab. Shiki gets his sick X-ray goggles, and so this is what I was talking about with my theories, is because they come looking for Wise Steiner, and he says that he is Wise Steiner, and I don't think it's gonna be like Musica from Rave Master. They went for Musica, they found a second Musica. They're both Musica, and it's just that they both had the same family name, but they weren't the same person. Obviously, the old man was the one they were specifically looking for, as told by Sheba. But I think this one is going to be, maybe some form of experiment happened, and he ended up having his age, decreased rapidly, but he doesn't remember a lot of the stuff, because he says, specifically, he doesn't know who they're talking about, because he is, as he says, Wise Steiner, but he doesn't get how they say, we're looking for Professor Wise Steiner. But, there seems to be some confusion between them. The guy doesn't really understand, and just like I said in my spoiler thing, I'm surprised it actually was, but it says 20,000 years later, we got these two guys, and they're either robots or they're in suits. I think they're suits, on this planet, and you got the big broken moon in the background. They find two dead people, and what they find has to do with, from what I can tell, and what I'm guessing, unless it's just some similar fake out, Rebecca's B-Cube necklace, and on the back of it, it's saying Eden Zero. So it looks like we're going to be getting the information on Eden Zero maybe next chapter or soon, at least a hint of what exactly it is. Maybe it's their group name, maybe it's like a philosophy, maybe it's some weird planet within the universe that they're trying to locate that will maybe mother the super cosmic being that they're trying to find lives on or is based out of. I don't know, but it was a good chapter. I liked it. I liked that we're back to the normal length chapters, even though next week it looks like we're going to get a little bit bigger with a 23-page chapter. Luckily, also that week we're going to getting that new fairy tale sequel, Fairy Tale 100 Years Quest, which is going to be awesome. But I like this. I like this chapter felt really fast. It read really fast, but it had a lot of information. You got stuff in Ether Gear. You got to see this new planet. You got to see this cool underground society. Looks like Shiki got some new gear. We brought this new guy potentially on a team. Looks like, it'd be the Gray or Musica person, and he's got some weird mystery behind him. And they need to figure out, what's going on if they're going to get their ship so they can go into deep space. And one thing I'm wondering is if this guy, assuming he's going to be the, it's not even assuming at this point, because I know Hero Machine put out a picture and he showed the team, and it was Shiki, Rebecca, and Wise. If Wise is this inventor, maybe he can be similar to Musica and Gray. I don't really like their way of powers. I would like actually to see that on this guy, but handled in a different way. We had Musica, who was a silver claimer, who could use his alchemy power to manipulate silver and to do different shapes. We had Gray, he's an ice make mage. It was all up to his imagination and how he could kind of craft his ice into different ways. Maybe this guy is kind of like that with tech. Maybe he's kind of like Iron Man or Blue Beetle. I think that'd be really cool to see him, do all these crazy machines and different inventions in order to win fights and solve problems. But anyway, so this, like I said, solid chapter, good chapter. Just waiting now on the 7 Deadly Sins chapter. That chapter looks really good too. But I'm gonna call it good here. So check out my other videos. Maybe give me a like or a thumbs up. Maybe give me a comment below on what you think about this chapter. I also just did a video. The name of the Fairy Tale sequel got revealed. Like I said, in this one, it's called Fairy Tale 100 Years Quest. And maybe check out my other videos. I'm currently working on a couple things. One is my next Clash of Fiction, which is the whole who would win between two characters. I'm doing Doryu from Ravemaster against Ulquiorra Cypher from Bleach. And I'll just say it, I'm working on a video that shows a big list of obvious differences between Haru, Shiki, and Natsu. So look forward to that. But otherwise, thank you very much. Hopefully I can get you to subscribe to my channel, check out my other videos, and stay tuned for the next video I do. Thank you, bye.